Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be doing today is a recipe called ribbon salad, or it could be a dessert. So let's get started. This recipe today was given to me by my friend Winnie, and I thank her for that. So what I'm going to do is tell you the ingredients that's in this recipe and we'll get started. So what's so lovely about this recipe, you can use any color of Jello, any brand, it doesn't matter. This is an 85 gram pack and I got two different colors. I got a lemon and two red, and you'll know as we go why I'm using those colors. I got some cream cheese. You need two packs of 250 grams, or you could use 500 grams. We're going to use some Dream Whip and some crushed pineapples. So now let's get started making this delicious recipe. First, what we're going to do is open our can of crushed pineapples and get all of the juice out of there, just leaving the crushed pineapples. We're going to need 1 cup of hot water for making our Jello. So boil a kettle, or you could put it into the microwave and warm your water. And that 1 pack, and we're going to start with the red Jello first. We're going to pour into 1 cup of water and mix it around until all of that Jello is mixed in well. After you got all of that mixed in well, I just want to make sure all the Jello is not stuck to the bottom or around my bowl. Then we're going to take our full can of crushed pineapples without the juice, because we got the juice taken off and put to the side, and we'll use that one in one of the other Jellos, and I'll explain that. So that's all you need to do there. So what you would need is a 9x9 with a 2 to a 2.5 inch depth glass pan, and then you're going to pour this mixture right on into it like this, and that's what that's going to look like. And if you don't have a 9x9 square inch pan, you could use whatever glass pan you got available. We do have one done here in advance, and it's a round bowl shaped pan. So, and I'll show you that as we get to the end of this video. But right now what you would do after you've poured your Jello and your crushed pineapples without the juice into this pan, we're going to put it in the fridge, and it's going to set anywhere from 2 to 3 hours depending on your fridge. So what I'll do is meet me back here with the next step, and I'll show you what that is. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll start our second layer of our recipe for our ribbon salad, or you can have it as a dessert. But I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well, because my friend Winnie said that when she's having a cold plate, she'll make this recipe as I guess a salad, and she'll leave the Dream Whip off the top, and then you can serve that as your jelly. We would call it here in Newfoundland and Labrador as your jelly salad. But if you wanted to take it to a potluck or a family event, a special occasion, you can put the Dream Whip or whipped cream over the top, and then it's a dessert. So what we're going to do now is do the middle layer, which is the cream cheese. We're going to be using the juice that we took off those pineapples, and we're going to mix that together with a yellow pack of Jello. So let's get started on that. Okay, don't forget to boil your water, because you need hot water for the Jello. But first we're going to be putting in our cream cheese. If it's room temperature and you could mix it, that's great. If not, just nook it in the microwave and then make it a little soft. And I'm going to have 2 packs of cream cheese. So okay, the 2 packs of cream cheese, and that's 250 grams in a pack. So mix it together then like this until it's combined. Now what I'm going to do is reach for my Jello, and we'll get mixing on that. Okay, so what we're going to do is use a half a cup of hot water on this one. Now depending on the size of a square pan that you're going to be using, I'm going to pour out the lemon Jello. It would be the amount that you're going to use for the water. So if you feel that the pan you're using is as big as a 9 by 9 or bigger, you can put a full cup of hot water in here. But if you think it's going to be smaller, you're going to have to kind of judge on that, which is fine. You don't mind to discard a little bit. You could use it for another dessert or another, I guess, side dish. So make sure you mix around the Jello in that hot water to get all of that Jello condensed. And that's all you need to do with that. So I hope you're following along and you're excited to make this delicious ribbon salad, or if you're making a dessert today. I'm going to be making it as a dessert, but I'm going to be excited to make it for a special occasion as well, and have with our old-fashioned cold plates. And those cold plates we got on Bonita's Kitchen as well. This salad is not there with it, so now you can make this separate. So all we need to do now, we're going to combine these three ingredients together. We got our pineapple juice that we've taken from the crushed pineapples. We're going to pour into our cream cheese and get that mixing around, and then we're going to take our lemon Jello and mix it all in together, and then that'll be the second layer of our dessert, of our, I guess, salad or dessert, ribbon salad. I'm going to pour this in there. And it looks like it's about 1/4 cup of liquid that came from that pineapple juice. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit more or less. And that is a small can. I'm thinking about a 398 ml container or milk can. So mix that on in there, and that's all you need to do with that. So now you're going to take your lime Jello and pour gradually into your cream cheese. I'm just gonna get this whipped in there until it's all combined. And of course I meant to say lemon Jello, but that's okay. One good thing about this recipe I'm sharing with you today, this is good for any occasion, of course. And if you're doing a special occasion like Christmas, Mother's Day, birthday, and you want to do red and I guess lemon, and then or Christmas you do green and red. So that's up to you, depending on what occasion you're making this, I guess, salad or dessert for.
So you're more or less saying you can use any color you want? Any
color you want, yeah. If you want to do all blue, do like an Easter, or like you said, a special occasion like Mother's Day. And we want to do a nice red one for that. There you go. Okay, so what we will do now is add this cream cheese mixture into the top of our red Jello that we used with the crushed pineapples. So let's get started on that. So pretty much all you need to do now is pour this cream cheese mixture over the top of your red set Jello. It's gotta be fully set, and that could be anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to do that, and you will make this delicious recipe. Let it be a salad or a dessert. So now I'm going to put this in the fridge to let this set. So like I was saying, I'm going to put mine in the fridge now to continue setting this second layer. But what we'll do now is I'm going to make the Dream Whip, because I got one that's done to the third layer with the red over the top, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. But before I do that, we'll mix up our Dream Whip and we'll have that ready, because I'm going to be making this ribbon salad today as a dessert, not as a salad. Okay, so I'm just going to cut open one envelope of the Dream Whip, and we're putting it into a cold bowl. And the reasons for the cold bowl, it helps it come together a lot easier. And we're going to be pouring in a 1/2 cup of milk and starting blending. So what I'm going to do now is add in a teaspoonful of vanilla, And if you don't want to use vanilla and you want to use another flavoring, that's okay. I like using vanilla. It's got that nice taste. And then I'm going to whip this up. Okay, so this usually makes about 2 cups of the Dream Whip. So what I'm going to do now is put this back in the fridge, and I'll tell you what's next. So our ribbon salad or dessert is coming along lovely. But what I'm going to do to make a special little touch to this recipe we're using today, I'm going to make some flour strawberries so we can put on the top, because I'm making it into a dessert today, not necessarily the salad. And the strawberries is going to go over the top shaped like roses, and I'm going to show you how to make those. So what you need is a nice fresh pack of strawberries. Give them a good rinsing, and then leave the green on the bottom because that represents a flower as well, the greenery. And you're going to take a sharp carving knife and just cut a little tiny bit down the side and just push it out just a little. I'll do that one more time. Just a little cut down the side with a sharp knife, and then pull it out like this. And we're going to do the same again, down the side and then pull out. We're going to do this on all 4 sides and pull out like that. Be careful about cutting off your leaf or the petal. Just tip it out a little tiny bit. Now after you do all 4 sides, you're going to get into this section there, and you're going to cut down the same and not cutting the 2 petals that you just did, and then flick out, and the same thing right there, and flick out, and I'm doing that again with the other 2 sides. And then as you can see, you got all of these petals on each side, and then you're going to cut down the middle like this and just open that a little bit, and then you got your flower. And we got 3 already made here. I'm just going to open these up a little. We're going to keep this on it, and we'll put on top of our ribbon salad. Today I'm making a dessert. So pretty much right now we're at the final stage. I'm not going to wait the extra 2 hours to show you how to make the jello for this section there. You can see on this one that the jello, when it sets, it looks like a ribbon all the ways around. Looks 3 different ribbons. So pretty much what you would do with the red jello, because we're using a red today, because today's a special day for us. It's Mother's Day, and we can do this recipe for any occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even Christmas, you name it. So we'll mix this jello here with 1 cup of hot water, boiled water. You stir it around, and then put in a cup of cold water. When you got it all mixed good, pour it over the top of this dessert, which is, again, I keep saying a ribbon salad, plus it could be a dessert. Pour it over the top, let it set before you put your Dream Whip. That's if you're going to make a dessert. So right now, let's get going on putting our Dream Whip over this one and making this into a pretty dessert. So as you can see, I used a round pan here and put this in here. So you could use a round or a square, but it'll just show your layers to be a little thicker on some parts. So what we're going to do now is put the Dream Whip out onto the top of the jello. I'm excited today to bring this recipe to you because every time, well, when I got to taste this recipe, Winnie made it for us as a dessert, and then I was excited to hear that we can have it as well with our cold plates and have it on the side, and it's delicious as well that way. So we're going to spread this out over the top of the set jello. So that step I didn't show you, but I explained it to you, and that's pretty much all you need to do there. Just look how nice this is. Now I'm just going to clean off the top of the spatula, and as well take a fork and just make fancy little indents in the top of this whip cream or Dream Whip. And as well, you can put on whatever you want, but today we're going to be putting strawberries. That's pretty much all you need to do there. So now comes the fun part. We are going to put on a couple of those strawberries and put onto this delicious ribbon salad, and today it's going to be a ribbon dessert. So we're giving you 2 recipes here today, you guys, in one. So if it flops over, don't get scared, you'll just fix it again. And that's what that looks like. Of course, the strawberries you can eat. You can't eat the leaf part, and you can't eat these little baby breaths. But this is just to show you how beautiful we can make this dessert today, a special day, and this is it, as good as it gets. So what do you think of our ribbon salad? Today we turned it into a ribbon dessert. So right now what I'm going to do is cut into this, show you what it looks like. Even though I got it for a special occasion today, I am going to show you what it looks like when it's all scooped out. So I'm going to cut on this side. I'm going to take this strawberry off and put it right here. And then I'm going to cut down into our ribbon dessert today, and then I'm going to pull you out a nice piece. So now this is what it looks like. Now don't you just want to have a piece of this now today? It's just jiggling. We love our Jello here in Newfoundland and Labrador, and having those Jello desserts and making them for special occasions, this is it, as good as it gets. So here comes my fun part. I can't wait to taste this, even though I know what it tastes like, and it's absolutely delicious. And again, I can't thank Winnie enough for sharing this recipe with us today. And apparently she's been making them for quite some time, so I'm glad to be a part of that. Now I'm going to have a little taste. Tell you what it tastes like. The taste of the layers and the pineapple in the bottom, and you got the red Jello and the lemon Jello. I can taste the difference in all of them, but so delicious. My thumb is full of whipped cream. 2 thumbs up by Bonita's Kitchen, and I can't wait for you guys to make it. And if you enjoyed this recipe and you want to make it, you can't wait, give yourself a little bit of time, pick up the ingredients. The recipe is posted down under this video. And if you're not a subscriber, the subscribe button is there as well. And I think they got a bell to give us, and for us to give you a notification when we post new videos. You can also visit us on our Facebook page, leave us a message on www.bonitaskitchen.com or any one of those links. And we would have lots of recipes there for you to see and share and like with all your family and friends. So don't forget to include this delicious recipe, which could be 2 different recipes, a ribbon salad or it could be a ribbon dessert. And either way you make it, I know you love it. So don't forget to share what you think of this delicious recipe as well with us. I'm going to do a big shout out, Happy Mother's Day, but if it's your birthday, anniversary, or if you're watching this at Christmas time as well, have a happy day and enjoy with your family to the fullest. So from our kitchen to yours, thank you for joining us, and you have a wonderful day. So this is really the final step before you decide if you want a dessert or have it as a ribbon salad. I wasn't going to show this part, but I will. And this is 1 cup of hot water poured into your Jello, mixed around until it's all condensed. You just stir it like this. After you put in the hot, you pour in a cup of cold, stir it around, and then we're going to pour it directly over the cream cheese layer after it's set like this. And then that's all you need to do. If you wanted to make it as a salad, just let it sit, serve it with a cold plate. Or if you want to make it as a dessert, follow the next step with the Dream Whip. If you're visiting Newfoundland, Labrador, don't forget to check out my hometown of Operaland Cove and join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.
Join us by the sea, a journey in culinary, always an open door. Bonita's Kitchen to yours. Bonita's Kitchen.